everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jewellisabelle and welcome back to reading only off of my TBR for a week out of a month because I feel like that's just so much fun. It's so great. I just made my February TBR and it is currently February 4th. So usually I make these videos, I feel like a little bit later in the month. I don't know. I've only made one of these videos, so I don't know what I'm saying as if I've done this 30 times. That video I made later in the month and then like posted it later in the month, but this video I have to make earlier because I have a lot going on and there's like a week that I'm like out of town and like I could not actually film that video during that week. So I'm filming it a little bit earlier than usual. So usually I go through and I pick out what book I'm going to read with you, but I'm already reading a book. I'm reading 3 books off my TBR right now, but the one that I'm most focused on, or well, there's 2 that I'm like very focused on, but the main one that I'm very focused on is The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood, and I am really enjoying this. I've had this on here, I'm trying to think, I've had this on my TBR for a while. I'd probably say I've had it on my TBR for 6 to 7 months. Like that would be probably my best guess. I'm not 100% sure if that's 100% accurate, but I've had it on there for a while. And I actually cannot believe I'm like I think 14% into this book and I'm enjoying it so freaking much. Like I'm eating this up. So I hope I love it, and I am loving it. But I think my sister and my brother-in-law are coming over today and we're going to just read. So I downloaded this on my Kindle because I've been reading it on my Kindle because I started it when I was out of the house, and then I was like, yeah, I'm gonna keep reading it. I'll let you know as I go, as I do with every reading vlog that I do. I don't know, I'm on page like I think 40. So not like that much into it, but I'm excited. I feel like this could be a really cool storyline. I want to try to read 5 books in this video because this week is like the main week of reading that I can do this month, I feel like. But you know, maybe I'll have another week that I can do some reading, but I'm not 100% sure yet. Let me show you guys my main prioritized TBR for the month. If you guys haven't watched that video, go watch it. I blindly picked my TBR. It was very interesting, very fun, but you can go watch that. If you want, you can pause and come back, or you can watch it after this. But this is my TBR. I have a little shelf for it. It's so cute. And so these will probably be my prioritized picks for the month, but I'll also possibly be picking off of here just for fun. Okay, I think I'm just gonna read right now. I think I'm just gonna chill and read until my sister and brother-in-law get here, just so I can just start to get into the world. Hello guys, this is my Kindle. Let me see how far I made it into the book last night or yesterday. Page 81, 25% through. Yeah, I didn't really read as much as I was thinking I was going to. I did and I didn't. I don't know. I don't really know what updates to give, but I'm enjoying it. It has been a little bit like I want to get to the point. I just don't think that's what this book is gonna do, so that's okay. It's still raining. I'm so happy about it. And I'm just gonna lay in bed. I'll probably just read right now because I'm feeling tired, and if I'm feeling tired and it's raining, then all I have to do is light a candle over here, and then I will live my best life. Ooh, why did I put my hand directly over the flame? I'm gonna keep reading. I'll again keep you guys updated as I get through. It is so many hours later because I accidentally took a nap and then I kept reading. So I don't really know what to say. Guess what page I'm on? I'm on page 126, 40% through, almost 50% through. The book is kind of really odd. Like, it's not, I mean, I just didn't really know the entire premise of it. So this is definitely very, very interesting, but I'm enjoying it. I've annotated a good amount, like not too much, but a good amount. So far I'm still enjoying it. I really enjoy the writing style, but like I kind of need there to be like some sort of plot twist now. Like I'm like, we're almost halfway through and I feel like all we've gotten is just like backstory. I don't know if this is that kind of book where there's gonna be like a little plot twist, but I hope that there is. Like I don't really know I go into books so blind sometimes that I don't really know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna keep reading for like 30 minutes and then my mom is gonna come home and we're gonna go to Chick-fil-A. Hooray, but I like reading on my Kindle. It is really fun. But sometimes I do miss the physical copy, so I don't know. That is crazy. Okay. This is so crazy. That's how far in. This is how much I've read. Which one do I read? I think I'm gonna go for Kindle. Okay, I'm on chapter 44, page 282, 90% in, and I'm almost done. So I'm going to finish this up. I don't really know how I feel, because I think I was expecting something different when I started this story than how it has gone on. It's a little bit more lyrical and simple than I expected. I was expecting a little bit, almost more from the story or from even the main character. So yeah, I'm gonna finish. I mean, a lot can kind of happen in 10%, so we'll see what happens. I finished the book and it did sort of end on a plot twist, which was nice. Don't really know what I want to rate it like officially. I always do ratings at the end of the video, but I'll give you like a slight rating. It's between a 3.5 to a 4 star. I don't know. I think it was a decent book. Well written, good idea, but there was like certain things in the plot that I just did not really ever care about. Glad it's off my TBR now because I've had this on there again for like a good amount of time. Will I pick up the other one? I don't know. I'm not sure because I'm like intrigued about what could happen, but I'm also not so intrigued that I would have to read the next one. It belongs down here. This can go here. I think that looks good. Okay, let's pick out the next book I'm gonna read. I don't know. This is already day 2 of this video. It's good I've already finished one book. So I kind of want to finish Pride and Prejudice as a part of my monthly TBR, but I've been reading this for so long, probably less than 100 pages left. I love this book so much. And like I know the whole story and I definitely want to do a reread. I've just been so sad about the fact that I'm gonna finish it. And look at how pretty this cover is. I love this cover. I have so many versions of Pride and Prejudice. I love it. Okay, I'm gonna probably get ready for bed right now. And then maybe I'll read this later tonight. Probably finish it, but we'll see. Maybe I'll finish it tomorrow morning. I love them. Mr. Darcy. If anyone is ever wanting to fall in love with me, just become Mr. Darcy, okay? It's so easy. Just have so much money. Just kidding. That is a joke. Just have me be like the bane of your existence. Stars, of course. I love this book. It is so good and I'm so glad I finally finished it. Took me long enough, but it was worth it. It was only like a couple pages that I had to read, but I just kept holding it off because I was like, no, I can't. Okay, so the next book that I think I'm gonna pick up, because it's another sort of short book, I think it would be good to get it off my TBR, is Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them by J.K. Rowling. This is on my TBR for the month as well, and so I think it's good if I decide to read this. It'll just be like kind of a quick read to just kind of annotate and go through, but it's just about like a bunch of different fantastic beasts, and I think it kind of talks about the main character, New Scamander, who's in like the Fantastic Beasts movies, and I haven't watched those yet, so I'm excited to read this and then watch the movies. Okay, so I finished Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them by J.K. Rowling, but also by New Scamander. I really enjoyed this. Again, don't do reviews till the end. I do this so then like I can have like full thoughts on the books when I like officially review them, but I always give like a little rating after finishing them so then you guys can get like an idea of what I would rate it, but I'm still like never 100% sure until I have some time to process it. But my rating right after reading it would be like 4.5. It was so cute. I annotated it a little bit, and I love the story, and I'm so excited to, I was about to say read the movie, watch the movies. And basically my dad and I are watching the Harry Potter movies right now, and he's never seen any of them, and we are currently on the third one. I'm so excited. It's been so amazing, and he's been enjoying them more than he thought he would because he like never really wanted to watch them. So I'm so happy about that, and so hopefully we'll watch the Fantastic Beasts movies together as well, because I think that'd be fun after doing our little movie marathon of all of the Harry Potter movies. Like I have all of the Harry Potter books, which I need to get like a full set that all coincides. I thrifted all of these because it's just like so much less money, and I decided to just thrift all of these. So I obviously have like a hardcover, and I have this one which is like a newer cover and older covers, and so they don't all match, and I don't really mind, but eventually I would love to have like a cohesive set with this set, which is the set that I read, and then I have the Fantastic Beasts book, so they can all be together. I'm excited to probably in June is when I'm gonna do my next little like bookshelf like reorganization thing. Okay, I need to pick out the next book to read. I'll let you know when I start a book though, because right now I can't really pick. Ooh, there's just so many. But I need to go edit a video, so I'm gonna edit and then I'll probably start reading again. And it is currently Thursday, and again I'm filming this till Sunday, and we've already read 3 books, so I feel pretty good so far. I want to read hopefully at least 2 more, if not more. Okay, hey guys, so I'm feeling, I don't really know how I'm feeling, because I basically like, I really want to read, okay? So I'm not like, I don't think I'm entering a book slump. I just don't know what I want to read, and that's like the hardest part, is like genuinely like just starting a book and like, you know, whatever. Because like earlier today I was like, okay, maybe I want a fantasy, but I don't know. I don't think I want a romance, like pure romance. Like I do something else that's like subplot of romance, but this is what, obviously we always have all of these books, and this is my monthly, but I'm like, I don't know, because I kind of want to read this one right now, although like we cannot see, like a literary fiction. I have Stalking Jack the Ripper, which I could start this. I could technically start this, but I think I'm gonna go with the reader right now, and then if I end up like starting this and not liking it, I'm just gonna pick a book from up here, and I'm thinking almost like Fiona and Jane, which I literally got last month, but I'm kind of excited for it. Or maybe I'll just like blind pick one like I did for my TBR this month. My plan right now is to either read this or DNF this, because I've had it on my TBR for so long, so if I'm not gonna read it, then it's a DNF and it'll be off my TBR. Maybe I'll reread it at some point, but I'm not gonna say that yet. I haven't even started it. I don't know why I'm being so negative. Maybe I'll love this. Maybe this will be a new favorite book. So I finished. I don't know what to make of it. Like, I actually don't know what to rate this. So I'm not going to rate this right now, but I should have a rating by the end of the video. The writing was really good, so I'll say that. But the plot, the storyline, the characters, everything was kind of crazy. So I'm glad this is off my TBR, but I don't know what words to say about it. No, I don't know, but I'm gonna put it on my bookshelf. Like, I literally do not know what I'm gonna be able to rate this, because I have such mixed feelings, because it's like there's just so many different things that happen in this book that I'm like, they're controversial, and there's so many things that were happening, but then it also dealt with like important topics, but I don't know how I felt about the fact that it dealt with important topics, and some things that it did really well, and there were some things that if it was meant to be portrayed that way, love it, but if it was meant to be portrayed a different way, I didn't love it. I don't know what I think. I don't know what I think, but I don't know what I'm gonna read next. I have how many days left of this? I have tomorrow. I have like 3 days left of reading. So we've already read, what, 4 books now? So that's good. My goal is 5, so we have 3 days to read at least 1 more. But I think I want to read, again, I want to read as many as I can in this video. So I'm going to I don't know what I want to read next. I think it's either going to be Tiger Lily or it's going to be a book off of my other TBR. But we're going to see later, because right now I have to go probably do some other things. Detach from the world of reading, because I just took a little bit of time to read that book, so I should go get back to the real world for a second. Hello guys, it is now Friday. Ow, okay, I started my period tonight and I'm having the worst cramps ever. I just put on cramp cream, which, by the way, any companies that make period products, sponsor me, because I'd love, first of all, to talk about that openly, and second of all, just like, I need things for period cramps. That's not the point of this video. The point of this video is, ow, guys, my legs are like cramping up, and I went to the gym today, not knowing, because you're not supposed to work out, by the way, guys. Sorry, this should not be like a history lesson, but not a history lesson. What am I saying? By the way, there's just, women have different hormonal cycles of like when we're supposed to be working out and stuff. And so like you should take it lighter like when you have your period in like another week or whatever. I don't really know how it works. I'm not an expert. From what I know, that's how it works. So like I didn't know that today. Now my legs really, really hurt. I'm going to pick out a book to read, but I'm like, I really want to read a poetry book all of a sudden, like quickly, just like one of these little poetry books that I have. I want a book that I can binge, like that's how I'm feeling, like a book that I could just read in like one sitting or something. This is my TBR card, and then this is my prioritized TBR that you've been seeing. So some of you may not have known that this existed. I have a large TBR, okay, don't yell at me. My prioritized TBR is what I try to focus on for the year. But these books are just books that I'll get to as I like am in the mood for them. But what do I want to read? Because I kind of want to read like a mystery. What is Leo doing? This one kind of seems interesting. This one's another sort of mystery type book. I've recently heard really good things about The Night She Disappeared by Lisa Jewell. But I'm kind of, I don't know. I'm going to bring both downstairs, but I think I'm going to probably go for this one. So I'm going to read probably this off of my TBR cart, and then these two are actually on my prioritized TBR, but they were just down there and I forgot about them. Now I get to also read one of these, so I'm excited. Maybe I'll read both of them in this video. That sounds a little bit ambitious. There is tabs, guys. I am so happy. Literally me just reading in the same corner for this entire video. Oh, I need to grab a blanket. Okay, time to read. I don't think last night I ever gave my cohesive thoughts about the 7.5 deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle, and I put it on my shelf already because, did I tell you guys about what I thought about the poetry book too? Poetry book I liked. I gave like 3 out of 5 stars. It was like decent, but not my favorite. Like, because it was just like a compiled thing, and it was kind of just like, I don't know. I feel like it's for people, this might sound bad, I feel like it's for people who like want to like poetry, or maybe it's like an introduction to poetry, but it really was just kind of like words. So getting on to the next book, The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle, I ate this up. Like, this was so good. There was a couple of slow parts, but it wasn't even slow. Like, I don't think it was slow. I think it was more so they just kept throwing like question mark, question mark, question mark. And every single page I'd be like, there's just another thing that I need to figure out. And I'm like, girl, like, give me something. Like, give me a breadcrumb to cling on to, because there was nothing. I was like, where is this story gonna go? And then finally at the end, there was like 3 plot twists, and it was amazing, and it was like so great. But I was just like, it gave me a headache, because I was like, what is happening? But it was really beautifully done, I think. And I think it's like 4.5 to 5 stars. I'm not sure yet, so I'm gonna sit on that. Now, The Night She Disappeared, which I think I'm gonna start now. I don't know, we're gonna see. I hope this doesn't deal with spiders. It just brought up arachnophobia. The book, it's chapter 1, June 7th, 2017. Basically, I am currently reading The Night She Disappeared, if you couldn't tell, because I've been reading it for a while. Guess what page I'm on? 115. And it's really, really good. I love Lisa Jewell's writing. Like, she just, like, every single book that I've read from her, I've read 2, but the 2 that I read were both, like, I had to read them in one sitting. I, like, couldn't stop reading. They were just, like, I was so invested. And the thing is that mystery books get me so mad, because I'm like, just tell me what happens. Just tell me. But this book, Lisa Jewell's writing, is the writing that, like, inspires me to write. Like, it makes me, like, want to go jump back into writing, which is great, but it also sucks when I'm reading it, because then I'm like, wait, do I want to write right now, or do I want to read? I'm going to keep reading, and I'll keep you guys updated. My thoughts are positive, though. I have a couple, like, you know, theories running through my head, but I don't usually try to, like, solve the mysteries. I just, like, kind of go along with the main characters and, like, trying to think as they're thinking, because I like to be in the main character's head. Like, I know a lot of people don't associate themselves as, like, the main character, but I personally do. Anytime that I read, I'm like, I am her, she is me, and, like, that's the head that I'm in right now, so that's who I am. Okay, guys, so it is now, I don't know, am I gonna tell you the time or what page I'm on? I'm so confused what I was doing with that sentence. I'm on page 206, 207, I don't know, same difference. There's like 350 pages in this book, I think, so I have like 150 pages left. I'm still intrigued, still eating it up. I still just want to know what happened, and again, I have theories that just get like brought up more and more. I'm loving my life. I need to go eat something though. I'm very hungry. I sit in bed for hours and read, and then I forget about normal things of life, like eating, sleeping, drinking water. Like, it's a really good book so far. I don't really know what to say, like, about what's happening. This daughter has a son, and she lives with her mom, and the daughter has a boyfriend who also lives with her, and they live together with the mom, and they go out on a date night one night, and so the mom is watching the grandson, and they don't end up coming back home, and so they try to like figure out what is happening, and we get the perspective of the mom who's like trying to figure out what happened in like the present tense, and then we get the past of the daughter of like kind of what was happening and whatever, and then we get another perspective of a year later, someone else kind of following along some things. So it keeps it easy to read and keep reading because like you just keep switching perspectives and everything, and I think it's awesome. So I think I'm gonna go downstairs and grab a snack, but I think I'll probably finish this tonight since I only have 150 pages left. I don't think I filmed anything else like of me reading. Oops, I'm sorry. I finished, if you can't tell, I finished The Night She Disappeared by Lisa Jewell, and I thoroughly enjoyed this. This was actually so good. Like, hello, I was not expecting this. Like, I was expecting this, but I was not expecting it. No, I wasn't expecting this. This was not what I was expecting. The storyline was so interesting, and all of the perspectives made it like very easy to stay connected and, you know, be present, I guess. But yeah, I think right now my rating is a 4.5, but it also could be a 5-star because I'm like, there's nothing in here that I disliked per se that I'm like, it's stopping me from giving it 5 stars. So I just give it 5 stars because there's nothing that I didn't like, but I have to think about it because it could be a 5-star if I keep thinking about it and the characters and everything. Like, I definitely had to finish this book in like one sitting, so that's great. And that's how all of Lisa Jewell's books make me feel. I love my bookshelves. There's the 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle, which, as you guys know, I also read in this video. Do we have time for one more book? Like, obviously I'll probably read another book or like start another book in this video, but I'm trying to debate like if I have the time to finish it, or should I go for like a smaller book? Should I go for like a fast pace? I'm looking at An Ember in the Ashes, but I don't think I could binge that. Like, I don't think I could read that all of, but I could also possibly read it all of tomorrow because I'm training tomorrow, and after I do my training I literally don't ever want to do anything. Like, I just want to sit in bed and read, and I think that's fair because I like usually do a lot for my training, so it's like I can sit in bed and wake up for training in the morning. So I'm gonna go to bed, but tomorrow I'll be starting a book. I'm kind of looking at Fiona and Jane because it seems like a quick read, but I'm also kind of looking at An Ember in the Ashes. So it just depends what reading mood I'm in tomorrow, if I really want to binge a book, if I'm feeling more literary fiction or fantasy or whatever. I obviously read 2 mysteries, and that was great, and that was good for my mystery palette. I think I'm good. Like, I could probably jump into another mystery and be like, ooh, okay, eating that up, but I think I need a break because I feel like it'll get too much, and also too much in my head, and too much, like, yeah. I just got back from not my little, because I was only supposed to work out for an hour today. Tell me why we worked out for 2 hours. It was a great session, and it was very productive, but like I said yesterday, I was like, yeah, depending on how I feel, I probably will just want to read all day, and it's only 2 o'clock, so I'm like, I could just let myself rest and read until I finish a book. So I'm gonna go take a shower, which I'm so sad because my hair, look at how curly it is after having it in braids. Why is it cute? But I have to go wash my hair, and then I'll pick out a book to read. There's so many. I want to read them all. Maybe I will. No, I can't. Maybe. Okay, I'm gonna go get in the shower so then we can read. Guys, I'm out of the shower. I could back up Ruthless Vows. I just realized that. I feel like it should be Fiona and Jane. Guys, if I fall asleep while the camera's going, I'm so sorry. But to be honest, I'm just so tired. Like, I could just curl up and take a nap right now. I'm gonna start the book now. Oh, this is pretty. It's white and pink. I love it. I'm grabbing a bookmark for this book because I don't really know how I feel, and it's like going from all the mysteries into this book, I'm like, this is really boring, and I might have totally different feelings on it at a different point. And I got 33 pages into it, so I read for a little bit, but And there's literally only 260 pages. I could force myself to just finish this book right now because it's really, like, it's like fast paced and it's 260 pages. Like, that's easy. But I think for like me to be able to actually enjoy it, I shouldn't read it right now. And I should pick up another book because it's just like, it's not giving what I want right now. So I think I'm gonna pick up a different book. It's either, I guess I could start An Ember in the Ashes or Stalking Jack the Ripper. I don't know. I'll update you guys when I'm reading a book, because I'm thinking about it too much just made me not want to read. Hello everyone. So the week is now officially over and it was great. It was a great reading week. Last night I didn't get any footage, but I finished Stalking Jack the Ripper. I don't even know if I said that I started it. My mom and I were reading downstairs. She started Fourth Wing. So excited for her. I started and finished Stalking Jack the Ripper. I'm gonna do like a final recap, so I won't tell you my review yet because I'll just do that in the recap. No point in repeating myself thousands of times. And then I started the Warrior Heir and I actually got like 61 pages into this, so I'm gonna be continuing this on my own, but you guys can count that for what I read off of my TBR in a way. Hey guys, okay, it's editing Jewel and right now I'm like almost done with this video, but I forgot to say that I read Pride and Prejudice in this video, and I think I also forgot to say that I DNF'd the Christmas Orphans Club. So technically I finished 9 books in this video, so that was great. But let me give you guys my little ratings. Pride and Prejudice, 5 out of 5 stars. I loved that. I ate that up. It was so good. It's always so good. It's just a classic. It's a classic. And for, what was the other one? The Christmas Orphans Club. That was just a book that I literally was reading in December, and it was a Christmas book, and I was in a reading slump when I started it. I got over halfway through, and I was so done with the book. So I DNF'd it, and I count DNFs if I get over 50% through as a read book, just because that's what I do, and you know, no reason. Yeah, I don't really rate DNFs, because obviously if I DNF'd it, there was a reason. Sometimes it's not the book's fault. In this case, I'm not really sure. It could be the book's fault. It's also a Christmas book, you know, so you can't really like ask too much from it, and I just was done with it. So yeah, those are just 2 books that I wanted to say and add in on here because I didn't mention them on accident. Oops. Okay, back to the video. The only book that I don't have is the poetry book that I read. That book was just like a little poetry book, and I gave it 3 stars. Wasn't my favorite. That's all I'm gonna say about it. I'm not gonna do spoiler reviews. I don't know. Please comment if you guys like me to do a non-spoiler review section and a spoiler section, because I don't know, like, if you guys like that, because I know sometimes I'll be reading books that you have read and you might want my like spoiler opinions. Let me know. Or I can make like a description. In the description I can write out my spoiler reviews, and then you guys can just kind of read whichever spoiler review you want to read. Let me know what you guys prefer, if you want me to like talk about it or not, or yeah. The first book I read in this video was The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood, and I'm just going off of, I don't even remember what I rated it on Goodreads. I'm just going off of what I like think I would rate it, especially like now, like a week later. I'd rate this a 4 out of 5 stars. You know, it was pretty good. It looked like it was going to be a higher rating for a while, but then I just kept expecting more to happen, but it was more so like on the literary side of being like just kind of telling a story within the thing, and it was very interesting to just live in the world. I just always like expect with like dystopians or new governments or whatever for there to be like someone who's gonna take over, and that wasn't really happening. But I really enjoyed this and I would recommend it. Check trigger warnings and like just like content. Okay, the next book I read, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them by J.K. Rowling, and I loved this. This was so good. I think on Goodreads I rated it like a 4.5, and I stand by that. I loved getting like the little notes from New, and I can't wait to watch the movies. I will be filming a video. I already have an idea of how I'm gonna film it, with watching all the movies of the books that I read this year or this month that had movies to correlate. The next book I have is The Reader by Bernard It was about this kid who falls in love with someone who's older than him, and then she's put up for like a crime, and he attends like the trial, and then there's the after trial, and there's all this stuff. And it's definitely a literary fiction book, and it definitely makes you think, and I appreciated the writing. I enjoyed the writing. I wasn't like deeply connected to the characters at all, but I'd probably rate this, I think, like a 3.5 out of 5 stars, even though there's a couple things in here that I was like, I don't really like, but I think the overall theme in the book was good, but there was like, the way that it was told probably could have been told in a better way. Then the next book I read, this one was probably the longest book I read in this video. It was 463 pages, and I loved this. I ate this up. This is the 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle, and I had seen this like everywhere, pretty much on like TikTok and everything for a while. I think I would rate this 5 out of 5 stars. I think I'm feeling like it is a 5 out of 5. The only reason I have doubts is just because there's the thing I didn't like was the way that they would just keep putting questions on me, because I started to get overwhelmed, because I was like, there's so many questions that need to be answered, and you just keep throwing more and more at me. Like, what am I supposed to do? I would overall definitely recommend this. It was a really great book. 4.5 to 5 stars. I'm still not sure yet, but probably 5. The next book I read is The Night She Disappeared by Lisa Jewell. This is a book about the night she disappeared. This girl who's like a college student and mother, she disappears one night, and we get her mother's perspective, like trying to figure out what happens. We get a year later perspective, we get her perspective in the past, and it's really interesting. All the perspectives keep you engaged, and I thoroughly enjoyed this. I think I would rate it like a 4.5. Did I rate it 5 out of 5 stars? I don't know. I feel like a 4.5 is solid. It's hard for me to give mystery or thriller books 5 out of 5 stars, I feel like, because sometimes you don't get like really connected to the characters. You more so get connected to the plot, but it's like the plot is sometimes hard to like personally connect with, and I think that's where 5 out of 5 stars like happen, because you get like personally connected to the plot. But I'd say 4.5, 4.75. This might be like one of the best. This is probably my favorite Lisa Jewell book, but probably one of the best thrillers or mysteries that I've ever read. And then the next book and last book that I read all the way through was Stalking Jack the Ripper by Carrie Maniscalco. Yeah, I'm not good with authors' names, I'm sorry. Really enjoyed this. I read this the whole of last night on accident. No, I just keep reading books in one sitting, and I don't mean to, but I'm like, this one was so fast-paced, though. I was on page 30, and I remember checking, and I was, like, on page 30, and then what felt like 5 minutes later, I was on page 100, and I was like, wait, what? How did that happen? What happened there? So that was a great feeling. I love when that happens, because it just feels like you're reading so fast, but then also you're just like getting through the book fast. I can't really say anything because it's a spoiler, because the whole book you're kind of trying to figure out who Jack the Ripper is, and I'm going to be honest, it kind of caught me by surprise, because I thought the whole like point was for it to be one person, but I was wrong, and I did theorize the person who it was, but I didn't take it seriously as a theory, so that was cool to kind of get like plot twists. Yeah. But I'd probably rate this book, I think, a 4.25 out of 5 stars. I could see it being a 4.5 if I keep thinking about it, like if the characters still keep like coming up in my mind, but I don't think it's quite a 5-star read for me. But I really enjoyed this, and I didn't find really anything wrong with it. Okay, it's not as gory as I was expecting it to be for it being about Jack the Ripper, but there is like a lot of like, obviously about it being Jack the Ripper, so there's gonna be like more gory talk, so just be warned with that. Check trigger warnings, maybe read a couple passages to just see if like you're able to handle it. I was personally fine, because also sometimes I just skip over like descriptions of that stuff, because I'm just like, I don't really care about that. Those were all of the books that I read. Yeah, let me know if you guys have read any of these books, what you have thought about them, if you want to read any of them. or if you have any questions, let me know. I think that's all for this video. I did also, like I said, read 60 pages of The Warrior Heir, and I'm enjoying it so far. Feels like probably like a 3.5 out of 5 stars, nothing too crazy, but I'm also still just getting into the story, so we shall see. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Okay, that's all from me. Bye!